headphones, so I figured you would want it.
Do you feel like you kind of proved something against Christian? You had to go to the ground with him. He's a big, strong guy. He's got a good ground game. You were able to get up and finish the fight. Do you kind of feel like you proved something to the heavyweight division with that?
Well, I was definitely able to prove to the world that I don't completely suck on the ground completely. I mean, I'm not going to be the world's greatest on the ground, but I have an idea of what I'm doing. It's just lack of live experience. You can do all the training in the world at the gym as you want to, but my only live jiu-jitsu, wrestling, grappling moments have been 3 times in UFC fights. That's whack. These guys have been wrestling their entire lives, and now my very first, second, and third ground experience came from live fights.
Do you feel like things are starting to click for you?
It's not necessarily second nature, like blinking and breathing, for me just yet, like the punching and kicking is, but it's becoming more natural.
Are you training still in Death Clutch, or are you back with Duke?
No, I'm with Death Clutch. I'm in Minneapolis. I'm no longer in Milwaukee. I moved to Minneapolis, Minnesota last August, and I'm still with Death Clutch. I'm with the academy at Greg Nelson and Marty Morgan, all my coaches.
Okay.
And not looking past Lavar Johnson, but if you do get past him, who do you see yourself matching up against next?
What I had in mind, and this is going to be ridiculous, y'all going to hate this one, but what I had in mind before a week or two ago was to say that, if I beat Lavar Johnson and on the microphone say if they were still looking for a worthy opponent for Junior, that I would gladly stand up. I mean, I don't mind being offered that opportunity to fight him next after this fight, but I mean that's if Saturday night goes the way I'm planning on it. But they already have Frank Mir, so if Frank Mir stays healthy, then that's fine. But if something comes up, I'll give it a try.
Stylistically, you like that fight?
No, I don't like the fight at all. I don't really want to fight anybody. But I mean, if they threw me in there, would I? Sure.
Why would you volunteer for it though? You said that's what you sort of asked for.
Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to be the best, right? So you got to fight the best in order to be the best.
What about a fight with Mark Hunt?
Yeah, that'd be cool if I could develop steel hands. If I can break my hand on Crow Cop's eye, I for sure will shatter every body part on Mark Hunt's head. Would that be a great fight? Yeah. Would that be an intimidating fight? Absolutely. Would we sit there and punch and kick each other to death? Sure. I can promise that. But that dude is. How do you stop him? How do you? Really, I've got measly hands, man. If I punch him, everything's gonna turn to powder and just float away in the air. Man, he's not even gonna feel it.
Have you been following his Twitter? Do you even think that he knows he's fighting? Because it doesn't seem like he's going to training at all.
Yeah. I mean, we've done that. I mean, people take Twitter way too seriously. I make a tweet in the car on the way to the gym, and I've got people replying, "Hey, man, instead of making tweets and putting videos up, why don't you concentrate on the fight?" And it's like, oh, yeah, because we live in the gym 24 hours a day. Eat, sleep. We don't even eat. No sleep. We just train all day and night nonstop. We've got no social lives, no personal lives. All we do is punch and kick and growl 24 hours a day. Mark Hunt, I'm sure, has a lot of time off. I mean, so do I. I train for an hour a day, 4 or 5 days a week, maybe. I've got 23 hours of my daytime to consist of sleeping and making silly videos and putting them on the internet for everyone else's entertainment.
So Tim Sylvia's made a big push on the internet to try to get back in the UFC. Would you welcome him back?
I mean, if that's who they put me up against, sure, why not? I mean, another 8-foot-tall guy. I mean, Tim is cool. I've always been cool with Tim. I mean, the times I've spoken with him, even the times I've trained with him, he's always been a cool guy to me. I mean, if they give me that opportunity to fight him, will I say no? No, man, I'll fight anybody. I'll fight you today. Like, it doesn't. Yeah, I'll do it. I mean, would it be something that I would be asking for? No, I wouldn't be asking for that. But if they gave it to me, yeah, I'll do it.
How far you think you've gone in your ground game, pretty much?
I'm a lot better than a beginner white belt. I've gotten a stripe. I bet y'all didn't know that. I got a stripe on my white belt.
So you're doing some flying arm bars?
Man, if I ever jump off the ground, I'm gonna die when I hit the ground. I'm gonna collapse and die. If I do a flying arm bar on anybody, their arm's gonna come off, and I'm gonna disintegrate as soon as I hit the ground.
Can you talk about what you've been doing differently to prepare for Lavar Johnson?
We've just been. I mean, it's been the game, man. It's been the game ever since I've been in the MMA. Ever since I got into it, I've been wrestling. I've been doing ground game. I've been working on cardiovascular endurance, strength conditioning, all-around aggressiveness, everything, man. Lavar Johnson brings a heavy hand to the game, so I've been having a lot of heavy punches thrown at me, and I've been doing my damnedest to avoid them all. Haven't avoided every one of them. I got a few, if y'all saw pictures a few weeks ago. But I've been doing my damnedest to avoid them as much as possible. That dude hits hard, and his fist is the size of my knee.
What kind of strategy you have, being that you're the shorter fighter?
always the short, same strategy as always. I'm gonna come in there, I'm gonna just come at you like a hurricane. That's all I've ever done. Now, everybody's like, oh man, go down to 205 because you're so short, which is the most. Going to 205 doesn't make me taller. I'm 5'11", no matter what I do, man. So I'm gonna come at him the way I come at everybody else. I've gotta throw heat. That's just what I've got to do.
What's the difference in promoters between Dana White and Chuck Norris?
The difference in promoters?
Yeah.
Dana White is awesome, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't even know how to answer that question.
You were in the World Combat League. What
Yeah,
was it like fighting for Chuck Norris?
I didn't meet Chuck. I didn't meet him. He didn't speak to me, man. We were told specifically, do not talk to Chuck Norris. If you see him, don't talk to him. That's what I was told. Leave him alone because he gets bothered by people 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I did the 4 fights, never met him. I saw him once sitting off in the distance, and that was it. No one told me anything about Chuck. As far as I knew, he wasn't even, I don't know. I didn't see him. I saw him once in the distance. I think it was him. I saw a beard. I saw a beard, and it was glorious.
Not even a good job or anything?
Hey, bro, you don't talk to Chuck. That's what I was told. World Combat League, you see Chuck, turn around and keep walking.
How do you sort of characterize Lavar's ground game? Not ground game, his striking game. Obviously, he's got a lot of power. What about his technique? What do you think of that?
He's a heavy hitter. I mean, if he can find you, he's so strong. His arms are bigger than his legs. He's so strong that if he punches you anywhere, you're gonna feel that. It's kind of like I'm not comparing him to Bob Sapp, but he's a really in shape Bob Sapp type guy. Whereas Bob, he just hits you, boom, and it hurts. He's huge. Lavar Johnson is big, man. He's aggressive. He's gonna throw stuff at you. Is he a world-class boxer? No, I mean, neither am I. But he knows how to punch. He knows how to make a fist and throw it at you and land it accurately. If you saw the 4 Joey Beltran punches, Lord.
Knowing this, what kind of, what's your mentality going into this fight?
Don't get punched by Lavar Johnson.
Tell us about your day real quick. I know that it's a whirlwind of events that you've had to go and jump everywhere. But kind of tell us.
This is fight week. We're fighting on Saturday. Today consisted of be downstairs in the lobby at 6:15 in the morning. And we're going to get in the car and leave at 6:30 to drive to New York. I don't even know where New York is in comparison to where we were in the hotel. So traffic, because there's always traffic, at 6:30 in the morning, all the way to TV station, go inside, sit down for an hour, get on camera for 4 or 5 minutes. Oh yeah, man, I'm feeling really good about this fight. All right, thanks, Pat. It's like, oh, okay, all right, no problem. Then we got in the car and we drove again. I think we only went 3 blocks. It probably took 2 hours. Driving and just sitting in the car. And then we got out and we ate something and then we just walked here. And I haven't done anything all day, but I've been up since yesterday. Because if we all know, I don't sleep at night. I go to bed at 6:30 in the morning. I wake up at 4 in the afternoon. So this is actually, I had dinner right before we got in the car and left at 6:30 this morning.
How are you feeling right now?
Man, I'm so tired. I don't even want to talk to you no more. I'm sleepy. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to take a nap, go to sleep, get up and do a workout later on. I just shadow box for a little bit. I'm answering questions. I'm holding the mic right now. If you see this, I'm gonna hold this as my mic until it's over with. Let me get this out of there.